Hey everybody, Eddie J on crypto. Hope you're having a great day. Got a few things to speak about. Russia, their aggressions, how it's affecting the market. We have FTX, who is it? Crypto.com and blockchain.com all stepping up to help Ukraine. We have certain governments around the world trying to track the digital wallets of Russia's elites. And we have BitConnect's founder being indicted in San Diego. So let's get to it. Russia and their aggressions. Seems like every freaking video I've made for the past week starts off with Russia and their invasion. Only now, today, you have thousands of people around the world and in Russia protesting this war. You have Putin this week, or last week technically, talking stupid. There's no other way to put it. I mean, just rambling on, just doing funny things, saying funny things. Then he threatens Sweden and Finland? For real? And he says that, his nuclear deterrent team is, ready. Or what was the word that they were using is on alert. They're always on alert. Are you serious? That's nothing new. Saber rattling. That's what this is. I think what we have is what I said before. We have an older Putin who's, got a few screws loose right now, in my opinion. I really think he's a little bit off. Somebody needs to put him back on his meds, put him in bed, have him get some rest and relax because he's tripping. So looking at that, the effect on the market is everything is just kind of moving sideways, kind of staying within a certain parameter. Right now, Bitcoin is moving within at the lower range of a 35,000 to about 39.5, thousand parameter. Just going like this. So for me, I'm sitting there and I'm kind of going, I told you last week, we've got wallets for hodling and making investments, and we have wallets for actually making moves. So this is when I'm going to start using that wallet to make moves, unless I determine I'm going to buy into something because it's on sale, and I'm going to stick that over here in my hodl spots, right? But you should be doing your research right now to see what works for you, what coins work for you, what utilities work for you. Who do you think is going to make a move, or who's going to be good for the long term? But we'll get to that. We'll touch on that when we get to the numbers. But basically, this is where we are in the marketplace. Something I would like to call out is companies like Crypto.com, FTX, Blockchain.com, each in their own way standing up and stepping up to stand with Ukraine. That's what's up. Each of them have done different things. One has, donated money to the Red Cross, Crypto.com. You have FTX that's waiving fees for Ukrainians to buy, sell, trade, buy, sell, swap their digital assets. And you have FTX that gave $25 to each Ukrainian user on their platform. In their own ways, they're each saying we're going to do something. You have some other exchanges that are saying, listen, the exchange is apolitical, exchange is not doing anything, but personally, I'm doing blah. That's what's up. Sometimes you really do want you want to separate your business from you and what your feelings are. Businesses are inanimate objects and don't really have to take a political stand. But as a person, some people are, and as people, some people really are stepping up. There are two boxers. I can't remember off the top of my head. They are millionaires. Okay, two former boxers. They're millionaires. One was the mayor of Kyiv, and he doesn't have to be there, but he is. His brother doesn't have to be there, but he is. You have another a former champion, another millionaire, doesn't have to be there. He is. I saw a video clip of a little old lady talking to a Russian soldier, Ukrainian lady talking to a Russian soldier. At the end of it, she gave him a bunch of sunflower seeds because she's looking forward to seeing what grows when he dies, when he gets buried in Ukrainian soil. Wow. It's not to call out the cruelty, it's to call out everybody in Ukraine seems to be the president of Ukraine. Everybody. They're all stepping up to do what they can, whether it be that they're too old to do something to actually fight, so they're traveling with the women and children and elderly to take care of them, or they actually are fighting. But Russia made a big mistake. They thought it was going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. They're not going to let it be easy. You're talking about a people that are fighting for their land. So right now, the only thing that Russia is doing is disrupting the markets right now. That's the best he can hope for, is to disrupt the markets for right now. What he's really doing is he's hurting his own people. He's hurting his own citizenry. I hope he comes to his senses, or I hope somebody else comes to their senses, allows him to retire and get things back to where they were. Because truthfully, they shouldn't be in Crimea. They shouldn't be in the rest of Ukraine, period. Let's get on with life. And let's stop with the killings, because I don't believe that they're killings. I believe that they're murders, because Russia shouldn't be there. That's just me. With regard to the market, you have governments around the world that are using technology to track the wallets of Russian elites, thusly making it harder for them to actually maneuver their money via crypto. Because it would be easy for them to move their money via crypto. But right now, it's going to be really tough. It's going to be tough. I want you to let this wash over you. They caught the people that made, what is it, BitConnect, that 3.6 billion dollars that was moved. Well, they caught them. They got that money back. Now what? So that should be an example of how people can actually get caught. So when you thought you had billions stored up in crypto, maybe you do, maybe you don't, but it's trackable. It is very much trackable. Something to end on is, well, not end on, but the next point is BitConnect, $2.4 billion alleged, a $2.4 billion alleged defrauding scheme. Well, Satish Kambani has been indicted in San Diego. So we're going to see what that turns into. But you know what? Let's go take a look at the numbers and see where everything is. And I'll show you how it actually is moving right now. So of course, right now you've got, losers beating winners. I mean, you can look at the column right here. You have 8% as the lowest loser, and you have 0.41% as the highest winner. But like I keep telling you, I'm looking at these charts to see if there's anything on sale. That's really what I'm looking for. Is there anything on here that I would think about as being on sale that I might want to snatch up? Phantom, that's a possible buy because it's on sale. Cadena, again, something else. I mean, you're talking about 9 and 10% in losses there. Those are things that I'm looking at, that could be on sale. You have an 8% loss or an 8% move by UFO Gaming, sorry. That's something that I would be looking at that's on sale. I would also be looking at, Tezos is good, but I haven't done a deep dive into Tezos. I know it's a good protocol, but I'm just not in it. But that's an 8% move, and at $3.12, that could be a little something to be interested in. Not for me, because I have other things that I do want to look at. Phantom being one of them at $1.59. Dropping 10% at $1.59, you're thinking, well, what happens if it goes up 10%? Exactly. And remember, none of these coins are moving above a certain range right now. The dust has to settle. Everything has to kind of come back to where it was before you see all of these coins just take off again. They all have, not all, but a lot of these coins, a lot of these projects have news to drop. And that's going to take off. I mean, recently this past week, you have 104 NFTs that were supposed to be sold. They decided, nope, you know what? From the, what is it, the punks. I don't own one, so I don't remember who they are, but they said, nope, we're going to HODL for right now because we know that if we wait, we'll get more money for our NFTs. So they're gonna sit there and wait for a little bit. So it tells you that the market isn't where people are expecting it to be. We're having a hard time. Bitcoin's having a hard time busting through 40. It did once this week, one time for like 2 seconds, and it hasn't seen it since. So that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for things to go not just back up into the 40s, but we want to see things go back up into the 50s. We want to see Bitcoin go back in the 50s before we can say, okay, things seem to be getting back to normal. $50,000. Okay, I'm going to think Bitcoin's at normal. Right now, I'm just going to think Bitcoin's on sale. That's all I'm going to think, right? Let me just see who's doing really well over here. Flow, Songbird, yeah. So no real high movers over here that I'm interested in touching. There might be something for you to look at. Maybe you're interested in Uniswap moving at 9%. But if what goes up must come down. So I'm looking at those bounces and trying to understand when and how do they bounce. Is there some kind of rhythm to it? Anything that could be making them go up and down. Is it their utility? Is it anything? And then try to pick that out and understand it. This is why I say, don't look at coins in a huge spectrum. Select a few coins that you want to look at and learn those coins. Learn the rhythm of those coins. And that will help you with trading and investing. Let's see. Yeah, so this is Bitcoin. The high, like I said, the high was at about 40,250. The low is at about 35.5. Right? And it's just bouncing within that range. You could see it right here. It's just bouncing within that range. So you kind of got to see, what's going on there. And I'm thinking, well, you took a dip here, you rose up a little bit, you took a bigger dip here. Like I said, between it's a $5,000 swing. It's a $5,000 range right now. Right now, it could become more than that. Don't know. You could see Bitcoin drop down to 35,000, even drop down below 35,000. But that said, I also think that Bitcoin is going to see its new highs this year, without a doubt. I have no doubts in that. So right now, I'm just paying attention to that. I'm also paying attention to how much volume is going on in that space. See what kind of moves are going on. So tomorrow morning should be interesting. So fear and greed index. Let me refresh the screen. So still at 26. So it's kind of maintaining its space, but I really do think if we didn't have Russia playing stupid, I really do think that the Bitcoin market, the whole cryptocurrency scene would be blasting off right now. Not to say that it's going to go that it would go straight up, but I think it would be far higher than where it is right now. So that's what I'm kind of paying attention to. It's we have risk in the market space, and the sentiment says we have a fear and greed index of 26 for cryptos, but I think it's really the whole space that we have where we have risk and that we're thinking about. I will call this out. ETH, Ethereum being at 26,000, huge sale. That's a huge sale price. Big time. I'm looking at that and I'm saying, yeah, interesting purchase right there. Solana, interesting purchase. Luna, Luna's on fire, and I would still get in. I'll even show you why. We're not going to look at the portfolio right now. We know it's crappy right now, but if I'm looking at Terra Luna, right, to see Terra Luna doing this well, up over 1,100% year over year, 1,100%. Yeah, it's taking a dive today, but I think you'd be able to buy in and make money. So I'm seriously looking at that because in my head it's my surefire percentage gainer. So yes, it's $72. I don't normally purchase things that are very high like that. To me, that's very high. It's very rich. But I think that's a good number where I can get in. Cardano at less than a buck. Yeah, for me, that's a buy. Uh, Ripple or XRP being at 73 cents, to me, that's a buy. Avalanche also doing well, but Avalanche to me is just a regular purchase, whereas Terra Luna has a specific purpose. So I would buy into that because I think the value is going to go up. I think it's highly possible that you could see Terra Luna hit above $100, by the end of the year. Their all-time high is 103. So I see that in the future again. Crypto.com at 39 cents. Again, that is a huge sale price in my head. So that's something that I'm definitely looking at. But when you look at these things, like I said, they're all taking a hit today. But tomorrow, you're talking about they could be moving another 10%. And look at this. Everybody's down. Mana, down 4%. Near Protocol, almost 6%. Algorand, I like Algorand, down almost 7%. Almost 10% for Phantom. These are things that I'm interested in that can make moves to the upside later on. When I look at VeChain, oh yeah, without a doubt. 4 cents, look at this. At 4 cents, their all-time high. Their all-time high is 26 cents. Yeah, I might snatch some of that up because I'm going to do multiples with that one as opposed to just percentages. Doesn't mean I don't do percentages. Just means that if I can identify one that I believe in that can get me multiple, yes, thank you very much. That's a six times right where they are right now. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in that. So anyway, that's where we are with the markets today. Again, please do your research. Pick out a range. Start with like 10 coins and do some research on those 10 coins. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then you'll start to see it. In previous videos, I gave you 11 coins that you should be paying attention to. So go back to my old videos and you can see, and you can see it in the write-up so that you can see it in the video. But yeah, pay attention to that. Pay attention to those 10 coins. And then once you feel comfortable that those 10 coins, in and out, what those projects are about, what their utility is, you kind of know how they ebb and flow, great. Then you can start adding in more coins. It's called dipping your toe in the water. And it's not like I'm telling you to make investments. I'm telling you to do the research on your top 10. See how you feel. Then see if you want to make an investment. Then see if you want to add more coins to your pool. And that's what you do. All right. That's how I built my portfolio. And I'm trying to help you build yours. All right. Everybody, this is Eddie J on Crypto. Do me a favor. Hit the like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know whenever I drop a new video. Have a great day.